All right, so we're heading out to the show. We got me in the blue Corvette, Ashton's over there in the red Corvette, and we're rolling out. We're bringing both the 76s to the show, so I'm super excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is so crazy. So we're almost to the show, and if you can see this, like I'm almost completely out of gas. So we're going to see how that goes. This show is huge. This is by far the biggest show we've ever been to. Dude, there's a lot of cars here. This is big. This is way bigger than Piney Woods is. Like this is definitely the one. I've already seen like 3 C2 Corvettes, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, there's some pretty heavy hitters here, I can already tell. So sitting here reading over the rules, and it says that no sound systems will be played. No hydraulic cars are allowed to hop or jump in the car show area. That's a good one. All right, so we're going to register the cars now, and then we're probably going to walk around because we got a lot of ground to cover today. This is definitely one of the biggest, it's probably the biggest car show I think I've ever been to in this area, outside of like the Panama City one, but people come from all over the country for that one. So as far as like regular car shows go in this area, this is like, I'd heard this was the biggest and best one, and from what I can see already, it definitely is. We have both the cars lined up. For the first time ever, we've had both these cars out together. That's kind of crazy. It's really cool to have them both out together. Chevelle. It's got the full build process on here. Super sharp. 4-speed. Love the color. It's one of my favorite cars here. I actually got to talk to the owner a little bit earlier. He was telling me a little bit about it. Let me sit in it. It's an automatic, which is super rare option on these cars. You really don't see a lot of those. One of the coolest things that I saw was the license plate on the back. Never expires. Pretty cool, pretty cool. That's the purple. Really cool color on this car. Sharp. Little new car, GT350. It's got a Whipple supercharger on it. I didn't realize that when we first looked at it. Obviously a stick. Super sharp Bel Air. Love the interior on this car. It's almost like a modern interior, but man, dude, it's like perfect in here. And it's got the Corvette LS in it. You can't beat that. This car is really done up. More a couple of old Bel Airs. Shelby GT500 KR. Not the fastback. It is the convertible. There is a fastback over there. We'll go take a look at in a minute. Super sharp car. Really pretty. Love the tail end on these cars. One of my favorite colors on an old car, and it's on a Bel Air. This thing is super clean. Looks to be probably mostly original. Probably got new paint on it. A little low Chevrolet 4-door Impala. This is similar to the one that grandmother has, just a little bit older. Barracuda. This looks to be all original, but pretty cool, especially to see one in all original shape and not all fixed up. Check out the engine on this C10. It's probably one of the nicest engines I've seen at any of these shows.
I love the baby blue though. I do too. That's
super nice. Old Cobra. We're trying to figure out if this thing is all original and real or not. I don't know. Somebody can probably tell me, because I don't really know a whole lot about these cars. Interesting paint job. There's the info on it. So somebody tell me if this is like the real deal or if it's just a. Let me know. The old Chevy SS. They like the color on this one. It's similar to mine. Blue interior. 327 engine in it. Real clean under the hood. They've definitely taken good care of this one. A lot of Bel Airs here today, but pretty nice ones. Yep, pretty cool. This is probably one of my favorite ones we've seen here today. I just really like the color, the two-tone silver and the blue. And the interior, it's like a modern style interior, but it's really nice. Very, very sharp. We saw this too. This was kind of different. Very interesting. Little rat rod. But some you don't see every day. And the Studebaker. You don't see these out a lot. We were looking at the interior on this. It's like a couch back there. Man, this thing is super clean. Done up to the T. Really, really pretty car. I've always liked these old Studebakers. And then here's the 502 Camaro. Y'all seen this one in some of the other videos. He lives in Enterprise. He comes to pretty much all the local shows and meets, but really, really cool. Really, really cool car. Here's the car everybody's been talking about. The GT 500. Fully original. The Cobra Jet in there. Super, super cool. Old car. Really, really cool. You don't see these every day, especially in this condition, being unrestored. But man, that's awesome to be able to see this car in person. Another C3 here. I think this is the only other C3 that we've seen here, besides mine and Ashton's. But red interior. It's got the glass tops. Is this the one that we saw last weekend at Geneva? An old Scout. You don't see these a lot.
No, there's only 30.
Okay. Everybody always goes for the Broncos and the Blazers and that kind of stuff, but you really don't see a whole lot of these Scouts. But there's a couple guys that are around here that drive these things, and they're pretty cool. And then the old Chevelle, classic Chevelle. I love this color. It's like almost like a teal, like a dark teal. It's hard to pick up on camera, but it's super pretty out in the sunlight. Clean engine bay, really cool car. Another little rat rod. The Nova. We saw a bunch of these a couple weeks ago at Piney Woods. And this one's really nice. Nova actually won Best in Show at that show, at Piney Woods show, but I don't think it was this one. I think it was a black one. This is a really cool old Ford. This is it's kind of similar to the one that we saw the last 2 weeks at other shows, but a little bit different color, but it's really still a really sharp car. And some a little different. The new Hyundai N something's turbo. It's a stick. I've heard a lot about these cars. A lot of people really like them, think they're cool. I don't really know a whole lot about them, but I mean, it looks pretty cool for a Hyundai. That's the engine I want in my Corvette, 383 stroker on the Nova. That's what I want. We were talking about these cars. We were like, you know, back in the day, if you were driving around in this, like, you know you were something. That's just a very menacing looking car. And this old Brookwood, like a wagon, got the old surfboard up top. That's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen one of these. Never really heard of this, but really cool little car. 454. This is a really sharp. This color, I've never really seen this color. It's a baby blue. It's a GMC. It's a 69 GMC, 1500, but really pretty color. Really sharp truck. Got the Monte Carlo SS. Pretty cool. It's in really good shape. Looks to be pretty much all original. And we got a Z28 Camaro. Green paint matched everything. That's something I've never seen before. There was a C8 that was parked over here, but I guess that he went ahead and left out. This is kind of where all the big heavy hitters are, is in this part of the show. Another fastback Mustang. That one's got the supercharger on there. Super clean fastback. The more and more I look at these, the more I really like fastbacks. Like, I'm not really a Mustang guy, but this one would probably make me change my mind. 442 Oldsmobile. You don't see these out a lot. That's pretty cool. This is one of both of our favorite cars here, the Z28. The old Camaro, 1980. So close. I think 79 was 78 was our favorite year, but it's got the snowflake wheels on it. I was saying I never really realized how much these look like the Trans Am from this back angle, but when you really look at them, if you take out the bumper, it really is very similar to the Trans Am of the same age. But really nice interior, tan interior. I love the blue color and the stripes going down the side. Really cool. Really, really cool car. Got another Z28. This one's more of like a race build, like a drag build. But it's super clean. We're looking back here in the back. You got to see the back. Yep. It's got the NOS in it. Really, really sharp. Old Chevy, man. Really into this old Cadillac Eldorado, and this is probably the biggest vehicle I've ever seen. Like, this is probably the longest vehicle I've ever seen, like just a car. Like it's probably taking up more than, this would be taking up like more than a half a parking spot, because it's out in the road from where a parking spot would be. And look how much room he's hanging out over the back. This is a huge car. A little CTSV, or a couple old Ford Model A, 1924. Super old cars here. Really, really cool stuff. Really into the Bronco. Really, really cool car. But it does get a little bit overshadowed by my favorite car here. 63 split window. A real 63 split window.
He had it sprayed plum crazy purple to keep it from rusting. So it looks like
super cool to see one of these in person. It's the only third one I've ever seen in my entire life. This is probably the ultimate dream old Corvette for me. Ultimate old dream car. This is the General Lee, but this one's up there. This is probably one of my favorite. It is my favorite classic car. 63 split window. Another really sharp Bel Air. There's a ton of these out here today. We've probably seen 10 Bel Airs, at least 10, 15 Bel Airs. All different colors and styles and years and conditions, but I do love these cars. I've always said that I really do like the Bel Air. I'd like to have one day, but this 1955 GMC, we were talking about this one. We love the color on this one. Like, it is so pretty. It's a hard color to describe, but got the full bed fixed up. A houndstooth interior with the matching accents, matching dashboard. I mean, this thing all around, wheels. It's a super, super clean truck. There was a couple more cars kind of off the path. I did have to come check this out, because you guys know I love GTOs. And this one is super sharp. This one looks like it's been fully restored. That's a long wheelbase, but super nice. Another old Chevy. This one's in a really, really good condition too. All of these that are kind of right in here is just like super clean. So I don't know if this is like some of the organizers' cars or what, because they're kind of off by themselves. This is for sale. You can get this one for sale if you want to buy it. I'll text mom, dad, and tell them that found one for sale. Red too. And some more super old classic Model A. This is a 1930, that's what the tag says. Really cool. We were talking about this earlier. We were like, when you take these two cars and you put with the background of the old building, it almost looks like you're like in a different time. It's pretty cool. We were looking at this. This is Pop Pop's car. And we were looking at it, and it's like, it's super clean, like from the door back, and then it's almost like it's like a faded, like it needs a wax. And I've never noticed it until we actually got out and started cleaning it, but that is really interesting. So we made the loop. We didn't get really all the cars, but we got kind of some of the highlights to show. So we're back here at the two Corvettes. I think they got awards in probably about an hour or so. And then once we do awards, we're probably gonna, I gotta go get some gas. I'm completely out of gas. And then we're probably gonna head out and go back home. Not sure if we're going, there's another meet tonight. It's just like a cruise in. They do once a month. I'm not really sure if we're gonna go to that or not, but we're gonna hopefully get some awards or something here. Well, now we're on the way to the O'Reilly Auto Parts store, because my awesome Corvette, the battery decided to die on me, which I knew that was a problem going here. I've been using the little jumper box that I had to jump start it. I knew that was only gonna last me so long, but I figured I could get back home, but no. So we're gonna go get a battery, and hopefully we can get the car started. All right, we made it. Let's see if we can solve our problem here. Well, we made it back to the barn. No luck. They said that the battery was good, but it was completely dead, so they're gonna charge it. We're gonna go back in 2 hours, and hopefully that fixes it. If not, I guess we'll be getting the tow to bring the blue Corvette back. So it wouldn't be a Trawick Garage video if something didn't break, because something's always gonna break or go wrong. So we're gonna go back in a little bit, and hopefully that will solve our problem, but we'll see. All right, so we came back home. We ended up not getting it to work, but we did figure out the problem. It's the wire that's going into the alternator, completely sheared off, so it's not getting any connection to the alternator. So we're gonna go back tomorrow so that we've got the right tools to fix it. we're going to get it fixed. But right now we're going to go, there's a little local thing downtown. Some of the cars are there, so we're going to go check that out. We're going to take the white car, and because hopefully it's going to work and run, but we'll see. We're going to take that car and kind of see what's going on there, and we'll get back with you there.